Perhaps the most intriguing yet lesser-known report of a cryptic animal sighting in the Hockomock Swamp occurred in 1990. Former Raynham resident William Russo will never forget his amazing up-close and personal encounter.
Back in the late 1980s to about the mid-1990s, I was working a 3 to midnight shift in the town of Raynham where I lived, and that's where my strange happening occurred. When I got off work every night at midnight, I'd walk my dog Samantha. She was a Rottweiler Shepherd mix, big, around 90 pounds. Now usually we walked on the sidewalks towards the center of town, but on this particular night we walked a different route. I don't really know why, but we did. Right behind my house is an area we called the High T's, claimed by the electric company. They run those high tension wires. It's about 50 feet across and overgrown with 100-foot pines. So it's kind of like a route for kids who want to take shortcuts and who knows what kind of wildlife during the day, and at night, maybe stranger things. I went perhaps a half a mile when I came to an old water wheel that ran an early ironworks back a couple of 100 years ago. And there's a street light at this road, and the street light casts a big circle of light right in the middle of the street, about a 10-foot radius. So as I approached the road, all of a sudden Sammy, my dog, started to pull at the leash, and I looked down and she was quivering, she was shaking, she was rattling like an old Chevy. And then a few moments later, I heard what was scaring the dog. It was a high-pitched, almost a wail, and it went like this. It went, "I want you, I want you, here, here, I want you." Now the hairs on the back of my neck started to go up, and Sammy, of course, she was just absolutely in terror. And suddenly I saw something walk. It was erect, standing straight up. It walked into the middle of that circle of light that was cast by the street lamp. It was about 3 or 4 feet tall. It had a pot belly. And as I walked a little closer, I saw that it wasn't clothed. It had hair that was maybe 3 or 4 inches long, totally covered in hair. It had eyes that were perhaps a little big for its head, but not hugely disproportionate. The face perhaps looked like the chipmunk. At first I thought it was a child, but as I analyzed it, I thought it was in the beginning stages of old age. I don't think it was young. Whatever it wasn't young. But it was speaking, I mean, it definitely speaking, and it kept saying, "I want you, I want you," got more insistent, and it started beckoning me. "Here, here, I want you." It wasn't threatening me, but what was weird, it wasn't advancing to me. It didn't come near me. It wanted to get me in its space. This is what I felt like. I wish I could say that I was brave enough to go right up and, get that close from it, but I couldn't. I was scared. And my Samantha was scared, so we turned around and we walked home pretty fast. And I stayed up the whole night analyzing, what could this be? What could this be? And here's what I think it was saying. My best guess is, "I want you" is, "We want you. We want you. Here, here, come here, come here." I think it was speaking English. I